know exactly how to make it better. And with a team and with this specific material or with this specific approach, it could not just be a better product or a better program or a better service, but it could also have a huge positive impact on the community around me or on the environment around me or on this specific social group that needs my help. And not only that, but I could also make a living off of this. I could make a profit, which I could then turn around and reinvest back into my company to make it stronger and to make the product or the program or the service better year over year. And so no matter what it is that you do, you have to know why you do it. You have to be able to comfortably state to somebody, at a networking event or on your about page or in your introductory video, or when somebody is considering hiring you, somebody somewhere, someday down the line is going to ask you, why do you do the work that you do? Why did you choose to go into this field? Why did you decide that selling this thing was going to be your life's purpose? Why? Why? And this goes back to a very popular author, Simon Sinek, who, of course, wrote a book called Start With Why. And so a lot of people have read this book. It's huge. I really love this book, and I recommend it to a lot of companies that are struggling with the fact that they're working from the outside in to their company. Like, you have to work from the inside out. And the inside is the core, it's the why, and you work out from there to determine your what and your how. Okay? So the thing is that Simon Sinek writes that, for people who are inspired to run their businesses, that motivation to act is deeply personal. And, people who love going to work and who love what they're doing, and the people who realize the why behind their business, they're actually more productive and creative. They go home happier, they have happier families, they treat their colleagues and their clients and their customers better because they're not operating from a fear-based perspective of not knowing what their purpose is or why the hell they're getting up day after day to do something. And so they're inspired. And there's a difference between, great leaders are able to inspire people. There are two types of marketing, right? And there's the marketing that manipulates people, and there's the marketing that inspires people. Now, typical manipulations include stuff like price, fear, scarcity, urgency, peer pressure, the novelty, like, oh, we're the first in this thing, or we're the best in this thing, we're the only thing. But manipulations lead to transactions. They don't lead to loyalty. They don't lead to that deep, inspired movement that your company is capable of making. So what moves people to action? It's inspiring people. It's giving them the why. So very few people can clearly articulate why they do what they do. It's difficult. It always sounds like a really weird, way up there, high question of, what is your purpose? What's your cause? What's your belief? But in actuality, it's quite simple. You just write it down. Write down what you believe. Just start with that. Don't start with, what is my purpose? I feel like purpose is one of those really heavy-weighted words that's really difficult for us to answer when we put it into that specific language. So if you just write out, I believe, ... you're going to get, you're definitely going to get a better answer. And so, for example, and not to use a